Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute. It's been a busy summer for me, so it's taken a while for me to get out and get some footage. I really wanted to have some video from a couple of trails we haven't been on in a while, but business calls. So here we are back in our neighborhood, lovely Rancho Viejo. We're just going to be doing like a short 15-mile ride today. The temperature, well, let's see what it says on my phone here, since y'all can see the phone. Can't get it to work. Here we go. The temperature here is 89 degrees. That's not bad. Earlier today it was like 95 or 96 or so. But let me go down a notch. Oh, look, there's a dog. So anyway, the weather's feeling pretty good. Doug's up there. I think he's listening to a podcast, maybe. I don't know. Beautiful day here. That's our landscaping people. We see them all the time, Mike's Landscaping. So that's always great. So what's been new with everybody? We've noticed quite a few videos we've been watching. The mountain bike guy. We watched Burn Peak. I forget his name. Doug likes the bike farmer, and I know a guy. We've been watching Gary. What's up, Gary? And a few others we've been watching. My memory, everybody already knows, not that great. But anyway, we are looking forward to going to Minnesota to visit our grandchildren. And we have great news. Our son and his wife are expecting their first little one. It's going to be a girl in late December. They live in San Antonio, so maybe we'll have some San Antonio rides later in the year. So that is so exciting. And we'll be grandparents 3 times, 2 boys and a girl. So that's always awesome. Yeah, Minnesota, we've got quite a few. Well, Doug's been doing research to add on some more trails to what we normally go on. So, of course, I'll be recording up there quite a bit. We're going to try to get our daughter out on my events in level 2 to ride with her dad, and her husband owns a Pace. So hopefully those 3 can go and ride bikes, and I'll be with the grandkids. That's one of the plans we have. Also going to make some videos here, maybe shorts, doing some maintenance on our bikes to get them ready for Minnesota. Actually wash the bikes because they are dirty, and clean the chains, check the chains, oil the chains, all that good stuff. So we'll be ready to go. Now, Doug rides his bike about 500 miles a month. And if you're new to this channel, Doug is 71. He's had 2 complete knee replacements and 1 hip replacement surgery. And he rides every day on his bike. So he averages about 500 miles a month on his bike. And his bike, I think it has over 10,000 miles on it, which is so awesome. Me, well, I still work, so when I can, I'll get out there and ride. My bike's got 2,705 miles on it. So, you know, that's it for me. I try to ride at least 3 times a week if I can. Just depends on my workload. So I hope that camera's up enough so y'all can see the neighborhood. So yeah, we plan to do that when we drive up to Minnesota next month. Been looking at all those new Velotric bikes. Both of our local bike shops are starting to carry them now. yeah, they look all right. Me, Doug, I don't know, going forward, it might be time to replace his bike. I don't know how many miles, is good for an e-bike or whatever. I mean, you can always get a new motor. But I don't know. Maybe next year he might be in the market for a new bike. I'm not sure if he would go with a Velotric or not. I guess it just depends on what's out there. Me, I'm happy with my bike. I love the way the Aventon bikes look. Not so much of a fan of the Velotric bikes. The down tube is just what is I'm not a fan of. But, I'll have my bike for a long time because obviously I'm not riding it as much as Doug is riding his. So, yeah, we plan on doing that. And hopefully making some more shorts about Doug's got more park tools on his board. Now we may be able to go up and see Calvin up there, park tools, like we did a couple of years ago when we went up there. I don't know, Doug would like to sit down with him, maybe have a little chat. Not sure that's possible, but it's an option because our daughter doesn't live extremely far from there. But yeah, I'm gonna be making some more shorts about some of the new tools that Doug's got on his tool board to show you all. May try to come out with some e-bike Trek t-shirts once I have more time, in the fall. I'm gonna see what that does for our viewership. Maybe get more people to tune in. Where are some places that you all would like to see us go? I mean, we've been to the island. Sorry for the wind, if the wind is bad. We've been to the island and went down the one way. We probably could go back the other way on the island so you all can see that. We're kind of waiting for the busy season to be over because it just gets super packed over there. But you all can let me know in the comments. Actually leave us some comments. We'd like to, maybe go there. SpaceX, after we went and did that little short recon, not really a great place for riding. It's a little windy on this road. I'm going to pause it. So, we're in the other part of the neighborhood. Look at that. Someone totally smashed that mailbox. Either that or it fell over. It looks like it's been smashed. There's this new big house. Well, you've seen it in some of the other videos. Look at this house. They've now since put a fence up. It didn't used to have a fence. This huge house. Look at that. They got a fence around it now. It looks like an office building, right? It does. But somebody's house. It's going to have a beautiful Resaca view over there. The water's back there. It's going to be beautiful when it's finished. Not sure how long it'll take to finish that house, but I'm not sure how many maids they're going to need for that house. I don't know how many bedrooms it's going to have. But it looks like it's going to be really pretty when it's done. Lots of nice homes over here in this area. Once again, if anyone's looking to relocate to a warm area, you can always move down here. Rancho Viejo, you can look it up on Zillow. Check out some houses. Area code is 78575. Oh, there goes a plane. Yeah, really nice area over here. So, noticed a lot of trikes. They even had a Velotric trike at that bike shop. We just can't get into the trike thing, but the bike shop, it looks like Velotric is really trying to get into the bike shops, and that's, I feel, mostly because customer service. The bike shops that carry it, they'll do service on your bike for you. That's like the guy, if you watch the clip, the little veteran with that was it the Happy bike? He had a problem with his bike. We think he may have ran into a water puddle and it stopped working, and you can't get anybody to work on the bike because it was bought online. So that was the problem that he had, and I think that he actually is trying to sell it, and he's buying a new bike, so also online. So I feel like maybe that's a reason, that's a good tactic, you know, for the bikes manufacturers to get into the bike shops so people can have the bike service there, you know. Trying to get Doug to maybe scoot over. There's this big truck behind us. He's afraid to go around. There he goes. So yeah, the Velotrix there, and also, you know, they're still selling the road bikes, you know, the Treks. Don't know if I saw any Cannons there, but nice selection, both bike shops. Look, they're going to be having some type of a golf event going on. We may pass by there. There's a couple golf carts over there. We'll get up here and maybe see what else is going on. There's some more houses, another house or two that's been doing good on construction here on this street. Well, actually, you know what? I think it's the other street. Oh, somebody's working on their truck. Oh, I was gonna tell y'all, maybe if you're familiar with it or have heard, if this has happened to you or anybody. I was on Facebook on the Aventon Facebook page. Well, it actually came up in my feed. There's one of those houses, not much movement on it, but someone wrote that their e-bike was stolen, and what happened was they were at some establishment and they locked their e-bike up with their foldy lock, and when they came out of the store, the bike was there, but someone had chained another lockup to their bike. Well, this person was smart, and what they did, they waited around just a little bit. Then after that, they called the police, and the police came and broke the lock, the chain on that was placed on it, and they were fine. They got on their bike and rode home. Well, someone else, the same thing happened to someone else, and they decided, they waited around for about an hour, nothing happened, so they decided to leave and come back later. And when they went back later, the bike was gone. However, I think I got the story right. However, they had a air tag in their bell, and they tracked their bike down. They called the cops, and the cops went and got the bikes. I think it was 2 bikes for that person. So I guess everybody keep an eye out. If you come out of somewhere and someone else has their chain on your bike, then you should call the police and have the police come and break that chain so your bike doesn't get stolen. That's pretty crazy, the lengths that people will go to steal other people's bikes. It's actually just sad. But, you know, that's just how things are sometimes. So keep an eye out for that. Luckily for us, you know, we're pretty close to wherever we park our bikes when we go somewhere, or one of us will go and the other one will stay. But yeah, I mean, you just never know. That's something to keep an eye out for. And you can see the golf course really pretty this evening. Look at that sunset. Just beautiful. Real nice. We've seen several dog walkers out today. A couple people riding their bikes. So it was real nice out here. When we do go back to Minnesota, we are going to return to the Cannon Trail. It has 2 directions. Last year we went to the right. This year we're going to go to the left. Might even have our little grandson out on his little bike. so he can get some ride time in. We'll see how that goes. We plan on taking him to the park to get back into riding before the summer's over. Well, I hope everybody else has been getting some ride time in. I mean, down here, you know, we have to ride in the evenings like this during the summer because of the heat. So hopefully everyone else is, sorry about the bumps, everyone else is able to ride. Wait for his car. Everyone else is able to ride without it being so hot. We'll see. There goes Doug. Yeah, even the half moon is out tonight. Really, really nice. Oh, we also have plans to go. When we go through, I wish I had Doug on here. We're going to go through, there's a bike shop in Kansas that we're going to go to. The guy, they have a YouTube channel. And we plan on going to see that guy when we're making our way up to Minnesota, either on the way up or the way back. So if that happens, I'll do a short on that. Our daughter had a trip to Wisconsin to visit some of her belly dance friends. Our daughter does belly dancing. She's been dancing, well, she's been classically trained since she was 5, but when we moved here to Texas around about the age of 13, she started belly dancing, and she's been doing it ever since. So she does it on the side, and she has classes. She's on TikTok. She's got a large following. Anyway, she was up there in Minnesota visiting, and she was technically only about an hour and a half away from the bike farmer. And Doug wanted to send her over there, but of course she wasn't going to drive an additional hour and a half, and it was a weekend. But just knowing that, you know, how far she was in Wisconsin, that she could have went to that shop, that was pretty cool. Oh, here's some walkers. Very nice. This is what we call Rancho After Dark. It's got the pickleball courts and the putting range over here. Total golf. They even have a food truck out. Beach balls. How about that? Quite a few people over there tonight. Yeah, quite a few. Look at them. Nice night for it. Well, I think that's going to just about wrap this video up. Just a short ride around the neighborhood. A little bit of chit chat. Hopefully the next one will be out on our bike path. Till then, catch y'all in the next video.